What's up, everybody? The Joffy's VIP room. Of course, I'm Joffy, and we're going to talk about this film that I just went to go see the premiere yesterday called The Adam Project. We all know that Netflix has came out with a plethora of wow, plethora. I can't believe I got that out. Y'all know I'm silly. A plethora of trailers, movie trailers are coming out, multiple films. This Adam Project right here is being one of them, and it had a special premiere in the movie theaters yesterday, and they had a Q&A afterwards. So I'll show that later on, but just tell you guys about this. So this movie, The Adam Project, will premiere tomorrow on Netflix, March 11th, and I gotta say, it was a good film. I was entertained. I enjoyed it. The laughs, the jokes, the action, the thrill, the tenseness in the situations. It was a great film. Of course, it's starring Ryan Reynolds, Mark Ruffalo, Jennifer Garner, Catherine Keener, Zoe Saldana, and the list goes on and on and on. Very well-known faces, very known people, well-known people. So what's going on in this film? Well, I'll tell you. So pretty much Adam Reed, played by Ryan Reynolds, is pretty much is Adam Reed, yeah, is dealing with time travel, and he needs to go back into time to keep things from the future falling apart. And he teams up with a little boy, and they pretty much go off to, fight these evil doers that's trying to mess up everything that goes on in the future. Let me see. So it was a great film. I enjoyed it. Great acting, great action, like I said. The movie runtime was about 1 hour and 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, or 1 hour 40. Not too long of a film, but it was really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. The jokes and laughs was right on point. It was Ryan Reynolds. Where can you go wrong with that? So, but the Q&A was very good. I didn't see the full Q&A, but it was good. It was solid, and I love the cast chemistry with everyone was on point. And so I just want to tell you guys about that, the Adam Project. Go see it. Well, I ain't gonna say go see it. Go ahead and watch it when it comes out tomorrow on Netflix. I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it. And tell me if you have seen it, if you did go to the premiere, special premiere, tell me what you guys thought about the movie in the comments below. And I will see you all next time. I'm going to finish editing up this video that I did for the VIP room. Got spicy because we had some topics on our hand that we wanted to talk and touch about and touch on. That's always I'm silly. It's late. But yeah, I have some topics we want to talk about in Joffrey's VIP room, and I want y'all to check it out. And that video will premiere tomorrow, early tomorrow morning. And want to hear you guys' thoughts on everything that we talk about. Some breaking news, some things that are going on in Hollywood world. Great conversation. And you already know we know we're gonna bring the laughs. So y'all stay locked in, stay tuned, keep checking out Joffrey's VIP room, and don't forget to also check out the Just Acting Up show, where we talk to everyone that is in the Houston community that's dealing with acting, from directing to writing to working behind the scenes, in front of the camera, behind the camera, all that more on the Just Acting Up show. And of course, we got to tell you guys about what is going on in the world. So, and then of course, stay locked in for who has been just acting up, and also who that we give our flowers to in the balancing act on the Just Acting Up show. So I want y'all to make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe on that as well too. Got some great things coming up for Just Acting Up show, and I don't want y'all to miss it, man. Great interviews, great conversations. So with all that being said, thank you all. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Check out the few of these clips real quick for the Adam Project.
Of expected to have back, you do see you kind of sit there and you're like, I need to be present in this moment and in that conversation. You're both just so in it as she kind of realizes, oh, this isn't just like a random guy hitting on me in a bar. It's like someone actually offering something really insightful to me. And so that's so cool to hear that.
Yeah.
That was just a really special day. It was special that it was Ryan's last day and it was my first, and the crew in Vancouver just loves Ryan and Sean so much that, they're their guys. And so and I love that crew. I've worked with them a ton, so all around it felt really great. And Sean, I was so emotional going in because there's so much there. There's nothing like a mom and a son. There isn't anything like it. It was like, okay, all right, you got rid of that a little bit. Dial it back and now be a normal person. But I have a question. Did you guys laugh at the top of the scene? No? Because we had a weird experience where...
Oh yeah, we were with one audience that just thought that was the funniest friggin' scene they'd ever seen. I was
we
like,
were
oh
like,
wow.
what?
But that's what I love about seeing a movie with an audience. Like
Yeah.
each one's totally unique and different.
Okay, but was it like laughing so you don't cry laughter? Because I've been there.
And before they
Yeah,
realized...
just at the very beginning, they're like, oh no, is this gonna be like Leah Thompson and Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future? Is he gonna kiss his mom?
You're like, that's not the Back to the Future vibe you were going for. Not that one.
Not at all.
Other ones,
Not
yes,
at all.
not that one.
No.
I did want to talk a little bit about the Amblin influences, which you talked about at the top,
You
Ryan.
noticed them?
Deadpool and the kid who will eventually play Deadpool when I crawl into a box and turn into a skeleton starred in this movie. But you're now 2 for 2 on making, yes, a nostalgia-driven and referential movie, but a completely original action, adventure, family story. So can you talk about, yes, drawing influences from movies you love, but also like why it is important for you, after having played multiple famous characters and adaptations, to be able to like tell these new stories?
Well, look, I love IP. I mean, I love IP. It's amazing.
Rolls off the tongue. I love IP.
No, but source material is great. I mean, you know, I'm a big fan of comic book movies and all that stuff, but it's also, I realize the utter privilege and how lucky we are and the rare air that we breathe to get to make big blockbuster films, original tentpole kind of movie that they just don't green light anymore. And then follow that up immediately with this, which is, you know, certainly a little bit smaller in scale than Free Guy, but I think no less impactful. And I realize that that's just a rarity these days. It just doesn't happen that often. And I just, you know, the more legacy studios and the more streamers that embrace, you know, original storytelling is the better. I mean, I think it's just so important that we create new IPs and new stories to tell, and we nurture and foster that, because otherwise they're gone.
And them being breakout successes as well, only just...
That does not hurt.
It does not hurt.
Yeah.
I did want to talk a little bit, and we will have some time for audience questions. That catch scene. Every time I see this movie, it hits me harder and harder. It's just such a beautiful way to kind of like tie the knot in this father-son story. And so I'm curious, where did it come from? Like, of all the ways to kind of have these characters say goodbye to each other and the Adams kind of go back to their timeline, does anyone know the backstory behind where that sequence came from?
It came from one of the earliest rewrites with Jonathan Tropper and Sean and myself, and it's there's a bunch of things in there that are picked from each of our lives. You know, boys always come back for their mamas is a line I say to Jen in the bar, and that scene is largely constructed around my relationship and my brother's relationship with my mom when my father passed away. You know, she was shocked because we had I'll say complicated childhood with our, but you know, we all kind of fled, and when he died, we all came back for our mom. And you know, my mom was sort of shocked at the time. She's like, why are you all here? And I said, well, boys, they come back for their mamas, and that's why we're here. And it was just these little things that sort of, you know, they might seem like a small thing, but they tie the whole thing together. They catch with their dad. This is all based on very much on my own experiences with my father. I had all kinds of stories I had about this man as I became an adult that, you know, they were stories. And one day I asked myself, is that true? Was my dad this? Was he distant? Was he broken? Was he all of those things? And some of those answers are yes, but he was also there. You know, he was the guy that would step out and play ball with me every day. Like if I asked him to play catch, no question, no matter what was going on, he'd drop whatever.
But really, really humanizing the story and grounding it. So that's just praise.
How was that scene for you though, sitting on that picnic bench and outside that hotel? Because that was a lot of words for you. It was a big scene. We'd rewritten that last minute, right? And we handed it to you, and you just, I mean, I was blown away. I can tell you my experience, but I want to hear your perspective on that.
Well, it was one of the scenes I did in the audition, but I think it changed a lot. When it changed a lot from the final scene. And the whole time I was nervous that I would screw up and I wasn't gonna get that scene right. But we got there and we sat down at the picnic table and I said the first few lines, and then it all just came out, and I didn't even realize I was saying it anymore.